I guess you live and learn every single day. Do you remember this build, this light sensor, which also controls some relays? And I was just like, oh, there is a bit of condensation. Let me just take this cover off and then clean it. But I guess you don't play with condensation because, oh, look, it's full of water. Yikes. So I have no idea what this guy is doing, but that's water. And that's disgusting. And the ESP is still doing something. At least it's powered. I mean, the ESP is not sitting in water, but the whole PCB is. And these sensors, oh my god, these are crusty. So I guess the power supply is, instead of powering the ESP, or besides powering the ESP, is probably just like splitting water here. Oh, let me clean this up. Tried cleaning the board, but still it looks very crusty. I tried to clean up the green gunk, which is probably copper, and then even the silk screen delaminated on the other side. You see it's all bubbly. Oh, but I mean, this is still doing something. I mean, I guess it's powered. I didn't see any MQTT messages coming out of these, which is probably not a surprise. But yeah, I mean, these sensors are long gone. Actually, not that long. I would say probably about a month ago. So I already ordered some new sensors for this, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to rebuild this, because this is clearly not sustainable. I mean, probably the wiser thing would be just to mount it like that and then have like a weep hole, something. I'll probably just drill out one of these holes so the extra condensation can exit. And I maybe, instead of mounting here flat, I can probably mount it here vertical, so it can still be exposed to sort of that south. And then just connect light, because that's what's controlling the blinds. So if the light goes up, if the sun sets, then the blinds go down. So the power supply for this, which is one of those small bricks, is actually still in there, and it's permanently wired in. So this is why it is still working. It's trying to push 5 volts out. And oh, the LED just stopped. So do we have a connect? Oh, no, it's on now. So yeah, let's see. I mean, I think I'm probably just going to put this back for the time being, since, I mean, yeah, I need to figure out a proper replacement for that. Oh, poor Vimos. You've been a trooper. Sorry for neglecting you and not thinking about a proper design. But hey ho, as I said, you live and learn. On the weather station, and it's showing the infrared light and the UV index, which is coming from those two sensors on the ESP. And yes, so I mean, I know that when something is wrong, that the infrared and the light is returning like 65K constantly. And then look, all of a sudden I seem to have received real values. I don't quite remember when I made the video, but I think it was probably that point. So this is when I got the water out from the sensor and I cleaned it up with a rag, and then it just started, reporting values. And it, these values seem to make sense. It's like 5 o'clock and then it's getting dark and the values are slowly decreasing. UV is basically 0 and the infrared is also very minimal. And then it jumps over to 65K, and then it's a real value, and then 65K throughout the evening, and then it seemed to have settled on 256. But the thing is, so the sensor is dead. I mean, it's either the I2C connection, but I mean, you have seen how crusty the sensor is, so I'm just going to replace that. But I'm constantly getting data, so the ESP is still working. I mean, today is at 11 a.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. And you see, I received the data just 3 minutes ago. So that poor ESP is still working, and it's sending data, of course, these data do not seem to make a lot of sense. I mean, the UV is increasing in the morning, so that the VML sensor seems to be doing something, but the infrared sensor is, or the light sensor is just stuck at 262. So that's probably dead. But poor old Vimos D1 Mini is still trying to do its best to send the data over, and probably it can still operate the relay, which turns on the garden lights. So, but I think I'm going to just remove it and then rebuild that board, make it vertical and then drill a hole so the excess water can drip out, as I said previously. But yeah, I mean, at least it was nice to say that, it's still trying.